For the CircuitPython Parsec today, I wanted to show you how you can use a Wii Classic controller inside of CircuitPython as an input. So what I've got right here, this is a feather. It's actually a prop maker feather, RP2040. Plugged in over the I2C, I have a little wiichuck breakout board. So this is I2C is what Nintendo chose to use for all of these accessories that plug into a Wiimote. So there's your old Wii remote. In the bottom there is this sort of proprietary connector. Here's a classic controller. You can see in my downshooter is another type of classic controller that went with their little NES Classic. So they have quite a few of these different controllers out there. I think there are 5 different ones from Nintendo besides third parties that have that little connector, and they are scanning a whole bunch of buttons and in some cases potentiometers if they have analog feedback on them, pressure feedback on them. And they are sending all that over I2C. We have a few different drivers or libraries inside of CircuitPython. This is one from the community called wiichuck. And what I'm able to do with this is press buttons on my Wii controller and read them all over this little breakout, which is then sending over I2C. You can see here, I don't have to cut off any connectors or anything like that. That just plugs right into this. I'm going to reset the controller here. It doesn't like to be hot swapped. And now when I press buttons, those are being registered inside of CircuitPython, which you could use for anything. Here I'm just using it to light up some NeoPixels, but you can use that for, in the example of the prop maker feather here, driving some servos, triggering sounds, you name it. So how does this work? Let's take a look in CircuitPython. First thing we're going to do is import this wiichuck.classic controller. So from wiichuck.classic controller, import classic controller. There are others you could get, the nunchuck, the DJ turntables, the guitar. There's a number of different things that this library will help you with. So then I set up this controller as classic controller over board stemma I2C. And then in the, let me drag down here. The rest of this is just setting up NeoPixels. In the main loop with this wiichuck library, all I have to do is ask for controller.values. So if I ask for controller.values, I'll see something sort of like this right here that you can see in my REPL. In this case, I'm just asking for the buttons part of what that returns. If I press the select button, you'll see the D-pad, this little directional pad part of that. And if I press any of the others, I'm just naming them and lighting up some NeoPixels. If the buttons A, B, D-pad up, down, left, right, start, select are true, return a positive value or true value, then I can do something. In this case, I'm printing out their name, I'm lighting up the NeoPixels. But if you watch here, when I press the start button on its own, it says, for example, all the buttons it can check, A is false, B is false, and so on. If I press A and that at the same time, you'll see A is true. If I press A and B at the same time, A and B are true. So it'll grab them all, it pulls all of those, and we get just one message. So it's very fast since I2C isn't the fastest. All of the controller inputs are just sent in one message, and then those are decoded by the library. This is how you can use a Wii Classic controller, NES controller, SNES controller inside of CircuitPython on your Feather or other microcontroller. That is your CircuitPython Parsec.